today is Saturday, and I very rarely, I don't think I've ever put out 2 videos in one day. But I got my printed copies today from the publisher of my new recipe book. So I have just got to get this information out there. I'm so excited. So just like my last recipe book, I did 3 versions. I did a paperback version, an ebook version, and a coil-bound version. And just like the last one, the coil-bound version is only available from my publisher. That is because you cannot globally distribute coil-bound print-on-demand books on like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and all that stuff. So you can only get this on my Lulu publisher's website, and I'll put a link to that down in the video description. You can also get the ebook version from them as well, and the paperback version. Now the paperback version on Lulu is like $10 more than this one. And the reason being, I'm not trying to gouge anybody, the reason being is to distribute books, that is what they charge, basically, all the other people that you're distributing through. So if I sell it for $10 more on Amazon, I still only get the same amount as if I would have sold this book on Lulu. So hopefully that makes sense. It's just that's how much their cut is, basically. And so in order for me to make any profit at all, I had to raise the price on this. So this will be listed on Amazon, and eventually they'll get around to putting my ebook on Amazon Kindle. So if you buy the ebook version from Lulu, then you have to have an ebook reader program. Amazon Kindle reading program will not work for, our software I guess, will not work for the ebook download. So what can I say more about that? So this paperback will be available on Amazon. I will let you know. If you are a subscriber, what I'll do is I'll just send out a message, and if you subscribe and have the notifications turned on, you should get notified that I have sent a message out, and I'll let you know that that's available on Amazon. So let's look through the ebook first, and I can get this out of the way. So you go through, get past my disclaimers and my letter. I wrote a nice little letter to you all, and then you get to the recipes. Little picture, the process, the ingredients, the process, and how to reconstitute. It's all there. Now let's see. If you want to go to your chapters, there's a list of all the recipes. Obviously there are 40 of them. So you pick one you like. Beef stroganoff sounds good. Takes you right to beef stroganoff, and there's your ingredients. And the procedure. And to reconstitute it, and how much it makes. So there you have it. Pretty simple. I'm tickled to death with it. Now here's the paperback version. I'll show you that first. And what I did with this one, I did a little bit different. I got some QR codes in this to take you to where I buy my bags, where I get my dividers from, and my Amazon store. There's your list of contents. Then at the recipe, you'll notice that down at the corner here on the recipe, focus, is a QR code. You can scan that QR code and it will take you directly to the video for that recipe. That was an idea that a reader suggested to me, and it works really good. So now you can open up to your recipe, and you want to see the video for it, you just scan that QR code and you can be following the video along with this. You don't have to search for the video. So I like the paperback book version. It's really nice. 40 recipes of my meal pouches. And in the back I did something a little different as well, is I put an index. So I broke it down by beef, all my beef dishes, breakfast, fish, pork, and poultry. That way if you got a bunch of chicken and you want to see what you can make, you can just look up, go to the poultry section, pick one out. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Hopefully that helps y'all. That's about it on that. But I like this. It's like $10 cheaper from Lulu if you buy the coil-bound book, and I really like the coil-bound book. Now, obviously, if you buy this on Amazon, it's good because it gets my name out there, and if it becomes, you know, I sell enough of them and you guys put enough reviews, then I get more traffic. On Lulu, nobody knows who's buying what, and you can review them, but hardly anybody ever goes to Lulu. But for you, the reader, I think the coil bound is the way to go. So, cause that way you can open it up to your recipe and fold it open like that and work from it like that. I just like the coil bound template better. So, I am really tickled to death with these. They came out really well. I tried to proofread this. I was the author, proofreader, constructor. I did everything on this, and I just noticed on this, on the back cover, that I put Happy Freeze Drying with an S, not a Z. And obviously that's on both covers, so I could go through the 2 weeks of sending everything in and getting it all rewritten to correct that, but I'm not going to, so I'm sorry for that. That should be with a Z, not an S, and that should be a Z, not an S. But hopefully I got everything else correct, because I used word processor and it corrected all my spelling, but on my graphics, which the back were, it doesn't check spelling. No check spelling, John don't spell too well. Alright, I'm just tickled to death. I'm going to get this video uploaded so you guys know that it's out there. And I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, to my loyal subscribers and viewers. Will you please let people know about it? I don't have the budget to do an advertising campaign, and I don't have, I got lots of subscribers actually, quite a few subscribers and very high subscribers, but there are people out there with more, and they get a lot more traffic than me. So can you just let people know about the book? If someone asks, you can kind of point them towards these books, because I've put a lot of time into them. They're all tried and tested. I love all these recipes. These were my favorite ones. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you ordered a book, and I look forward to seeing you next time.